Welcome to The Magic of Coffee. You're here with Jordan and Alex, and we're a podcast about Magic the Gathering, coffee, nerd culture, and much more. We've got our cups of Joe. Let's get into it.
Episode 8.
Number 8. 2 left after this. When we wrap up the season, we might do a couple more just because it's going to be a long break.
We can do how about during the long break we do content?
Yeah, we could do that too. We'll figure it out. That's a off-camera conversation. Welcome back, though.
Dude, it's good to be back. Dude,
it's good to be back.
I have to... This week was rough.
Yeah, we're shooting a day later than we usually do. And later in the afternoon than we usually do, too. But
well, there's a battery issue. Mandalorian came out today, so...
Yeah, we watched that.
Mandalorian podcast, you gotta figure out
priorities.
The priorities.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah. And as we start recording, what?
Free candy.
Ooh, free piece of candy. Did they drop the paperwork off today? No, they haven't dropped off. Also, I put the DVD in the thing. Also, fun segue a little bit, just because we're starting up right now. The movie over there is called The Audition, right? Mm-hmm. It's an old Japanese horror film from the 90s. At the end of the day, it's just torture porn. It's literally so the movie's 2 hours long. It's about 90 minutes of weird plot and just building up to this final scene. And the last 30 minutes is just this chick literally torturing the fuck out of this guy. And you're just kind of there watching it. And yeah, it wasn't a good movie. His coworkers told him to watch it and was like, it's going to be the most fucked up thing you'll ever see. And it was pretty messed up. So she throws up in a bowl and gives it to this guy to eat as food because she keeps a guy in a bag. And he's lost all of his fingers and his tongue and shit. So it's pretty weird. It was a weird movie for sure, but at the end of the day, it was just torture porn more or less, and it was just kind of all right.
Negate.
Yeah.
It
was an experience at the end of the day, I guess I can say, and
yeah, I could say that about getting hit by a train. Doesn't mean I want to do it.
Yeah.
If
you got hit by a train and lived, that would be a story. That would be a story. I don't think you could. I think the impact of it would just break your body, just shatter everything.
No, it would kill you.
Yeah, just even if you did live from the impact, you would just die. Everything would just explode. So it's people live from skydiving. Skydiving.
Yeah, I think if you
but they also. They land on their legs and they just shatter their entire. They never walk again. But
yeah, you're gonna live, but you're just gonna be a paraplegic, and that's your choice. Die or
yeah, you're literally in that moment. Or you're as you're falling, thousands of feet. You're just do I want to live and never walk again, or do I just want to die because it's about the same thing? Yeah,
millennials and Gen Z, we kind of do we want to die or do we want to continue eating pasta? What's
Very true.
I'll look at you right now. I don't know yet. I'll make some damn good pasta, but also
I think I want to clip that actually. I think I'm gonna clip that and put that on social media of some sort. Is that whole little conversation right there. As my little brother who said he was gonna quit vaping took a big hit off the big old vape.
Hell yeah.
Bye. Oh yeah, that's fair. He comes from Dallas. All right. But sorry, huge sidetrack there.
No, it's good. It's good. We're still doing housekeeping.
Yeah, that is housekeeping. How's it been? You've had a week?
Yeah, it was a shit week. It wasn't the worst thing on the planet, but it kind of was.
Yeah.
But you live, you learn.
Yep.
I got this the other day. Yeah. Here, I'll actually go close.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about tattoos.
Yeah.
I think I want to start getting some more, but...
Dude, being able to look at it now, it looks so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Because he did the ring.
Yeah.
To make the helmet pop. Because it was just going to be the helmet.
If it was just going to be the helmet, I would have just done the outline. of the helmet, but because he did the ring and like
He's-
shaded everything in, it looked really well. It looked really good.
He's gonna do the Darth Maul face, like the silhouette of his, like kind of like just the red and the black, but not his full face. Is gonna be back here, and he's seriously considering just doing that with like the same thing, kind of like this, but the Rebel or the
Sith.
no, the Republic symbol in the back.
If I would do Darth Maul, I would do. Never mind, actually, because his whole head's red. I was gonna say like do his like the outline of his head and then just like the markings, because I thought the colors were reversed.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be the silhouette of it, like kind of like almost looking like face paint, and then his horns.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, because there's some tattoos I want to start getting done, and we need to start doing that.
The 11th of November, we're starting my chest up again, and then on the same day I'm getting my fingers tattooed. And I was like, why did we schedule both of those on that one day, the worst time? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
yeah, my life has been the same. I started discrete mathematics for school, which is interesting. I didn't really know what to expect from it when I started it, but it's just like discrete mathematics it's just about sets. Realistically, it's about like it's mostly used for like
Zendikar Rising.
Yes. It's mostly used like for computer programming, and computer programming only use like absolute values. So it's just about the sets of absolute values and things like that, and a bunch of theory in that. Well, at least that's what I've got into so far. I still have 3 more weeks of it, but yeah, school's been interesting. I moved from 2 class, like I'm just gonna do 1 class from now on, and it's discrete mathematics, and then I think I go into programming next month. So that'll be interesting. And I may like just not have a life anymore. Because I've been trying to balance that relatively well of just like I can't like just only be doing work and school. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just truly terrified that that's what's gonna be my life. Is like this podcast, work, and school. And
which I do look forward to the podcast every week, but obviously everyone needs a hobby of some sort.
Yeah, my hobbies are figures. Funny story. So the Gogeta. So I follow a Twitter page that it's about sells for Dragon Ball figures in particular, and that Gogeta was like $16 or something like that. 16.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very cheap, very well done. It's based off of, if you play the game Dokkan Battle, it's one of his card. That's one of the card arts. It's super cool. We got it. I was gonna get a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta one, but was like no. But yeah, just because I really can't spend any money. But I think that's gonna be my hobby now.
Just figurines.
It's like I may get into like Gundam stuff, like building them. But
my buddy Kai builds. He used to compete building them. I would love to do it with you.
Yeah, I might. Realistically, like all of this, like I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, but it's realistically like it's gonna be how big my apartment space is, and
True.
and like figuring that out. And just I have to like start figuring. I don't want to like put everything on hold until then. Granted, it's a month and a half away, but at this point,
yeah, you probably got to start figuring that out.
Yeah, I am. I know where I want to live, or like the renting company I want to use. They own a lot of properties throughout Denton, so and if I get them in a month and a half in advance, I'm sure I'll be able to work something out. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm getting more used to the 3 a.m. shifts.
Oh yeah, fucking.
It's not bad. It really isn't. I like it because it's just like, hey, I'm done with work. It's 11 a.m. I'm done with work. I did it. And not like I got my new schedule for this week, and not all of my shifts are 3 to 11. Some of them are like I have one shift 3 to 7, and then like 3 to 8.
Yeah.
So it's like you just got to figure out what you want, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough, but it's like I also used to do, day on, day off, 24-hour shifts. So this is pretty easy compared to that.
Yeah.
Staying up for 24 hours, we're like, regularly is taxing. So, but let's get into some Magic.
Dude, let me tell you something.
And
This has happened, and this is what I think my body subconsciously thought for the past 2 rotations.
Yeah.
This is very hard for me to say.
Oh, this is what you were gonna talk about.
I think Gruul might be the best color combination right now.
You fucking said it.
Now, can I beat it? Yes, but I need to. It's a lot harder for me to do so. Like, Rogues, Demir Mill. Okay, please. So that's why I want to make. I'll explain the decks because I have the 2 specific decks that I'm using. I have the Jeskai one, but that one can go fuck off. It's just kind of testing to see. But Demir Mill with Esper stacks. They mill the shit out of me, and then I use Dance of the Mans, and then I bring all of my enchantments and artifacts back as 4/4s. So it's like, by all means, please. And then mono green. Mono green is fine. Oh, that's why you can barely hear me. Mono green is fine, but it's slow. Not a lot of burn.
Slower.
The only removal you have is fighting. Not very good. Mono black, kind of same thing. It holds up a little bit more. Rakdos is another one that's pretty up there, but very much manageable. But Gruul is with the proper cards, like I'm talking like Rob of the Rich, that one stupid 2-drop that has land drop, the 1-drop with land drop or landfall, excuse me. Those are just really good. You fucking smack a fucking Ember Cleave on one of them, and game's probably over.
Yeah, Bushfire Elemental, dude. It's still my favorite thing running Gruul, and I guess Mono Red's the same way. It's just dropping that Ember Cleave, and the immediate, they just concede just immediately.
I think my favorite thing to do is negating Ember Cleaves.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see a deck get fucking shut down real quick? Negate, which is funny, but so this is the Gruul deck actually. So I will say I agree with you. Like Gruul is like just what I run with regularly. It just always has been.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that Gruul has been the most consistent color combination throughout, I would say, M20, that block set. And I think it will... Sorry. I think it is going to do very well in the Vikings also.
Gruul?
Yeah, just because you would think Viking, you're thinking aggro ramp, right?
We talked about it
off the top. But
dude, I'm thinking...
I don't know how that is going to be, to be honest, but it's like, you have some really good fight mechanic cards in green right now, Primal Might.
Yeah.
Scavenging Ooze is a phenomenal card.
Very good.
Questing Beast is just...
Yep.
It's going to be so sad when that bitch goes. Then it's essentially like a Boreal Grazer, and just how useful both of those cards are. And it's just like you're never going to find a replacement for them.
It's the same with the Shifting Ceratops.
Shifting was so good. Ugh.
Yeah, because I mean, sure, we have that spider, but it's not good.
It's not.
It's good.
Nearly as good as Shifting.
Yeah, nowhere at all. I mean, yeah, sure, it has a connection with an infinite combo, but you got to get the fucker online.
Yeah, and we recorded last week, and then we played some games, and I built the infinite combo deck, and we got it online twice, I think.
I think we only got it once.
Maybe once, that first game. And it's fun, on paper, it's game over.
Yeah, you could say a million times.
Yeah, I could say I have infinite health now. What are you going to fucking do about it, dude? In Arena...
It's tedious.
Yeah, it's like ding, 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 ding.
It'd be cool if you can stack it and just go up to the max, which would probably be 99999999999, and then that's your life.
Yeah, I understand why it doesn't do that, but it would be cool if you could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the meta is really weird right now. Again, like we talked about last week, it's interesting with the last I'm interested to see what happens this weekend and the decks. like who wins top spot, what deck build does. I would like to say Gruul will, but I think it's going to be like Yorion or something like that. But
dude, honestly, I think it's going to be either Gruul or
I could see Jeskai Yorion doing really well.
Jeskai Yorion is up there, but it's not very good.
Yeah.
To be honest, my main deck that I've been running is Azorius Control with Yorion. That's been doing really well, but Rakdos is doing really well, Dimir Mill is doing really well, and Gruul is doing really well. So what's cool about the meta right now is everything is kind of like really weird because you have so many decks. Like you still have Temur Reclamation, or not Temur Reclamation, Temur Ultimatum.
Yeah.
You still have like Gruul Aggro. You still have Gruul Adventures. You have a bunch of like different things, different decks, and it's a cool thing because yeah, sure, we like adventures are they're kind of no longer a thing, but you still have them in there, but it's not the base of the game.
Yeah.
Or the deck. And then also Omnath decks are definitely bans, clearly.
Yeah.
So you're kind of all over the place, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because everything seems relatively balanced, but also at the same time, it's like I was literally watching at one point in time, Selesnya was doing really well. At one point in time, Dimir was doing really well. Rakdos, Gruul, Yorion. It's like it's all over the place. So like it's gonna be interesting to watch it in a tournament setting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see in tournament setting for sure. And my takeaway from this and what I want to say is the most interesting thing, I guess, is I wonder if this is how Wizards wants it to be. You know, I wonder if this is what they think the perfect, game meta is just there's not one huge, deck, and I don't know if that's what they want to do for, Magic in 2021. But the issue is that means you're going to have to ban, your star cards in every set as soon as they come out.
Yeah,
that's just weird.
Yeah, that's one thing that's like a little like peculiar for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, like how do I put this without coming off like a dick?
Well, it's you can say what you mean.
Well, it's like it's even going back to Field of the Dead or Oko. Or not even Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead I feel like was developed and then like the Wizard was like, fuck. Oko
was a typo.
He's a typo that's like really bad. Like it's a really bad typo because he was so fucking strong.
Well, and that's pretty much what I was gonna say is like, going back as far as like Thrones and this era of Magic that we're in right now. Oko was a typo, that's why he got banned. Field of the Dead took over, sure, but it was also like I think Field of the Dead got banned before Oko did, so it's just like,
that once Field of the Dead got banned, and Oko decks came out. Did you just pet him?
Sorry, that's some dust on his.
Oh, you were just like. But people, I remember being on Reddit and people were just begging Wizards to unban Field of the Dead because that was the only way to defeat it. Was just like all right, we need our zombie decks back, and I'm like I kind of knew Oko was like pretty high powered. In fact, the person that actually told me how powerful Oko was Emily.
Yeah.
She got a booster box and she was like, I want Oko. And I was like, why? And she was like, because you just turn everything into fucking elks. And I was like, what? And then I looked and I was like, it's not till the end of turn?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
It's interesting. If you go back and like time gate it, there are videos on YouTube of like Oko is going to take over the meta.
Yeah.
Like of them like playtesting it before the set came out, which is interesting. But yeah, like Oko was a typo. Field of the Dead was just kind of taking over. With the green, like Once Upon a Time and things like that, I'm not sure about those bannings, but like why that happened. But like it's annoying because Uro got banned, yeah, sure, but is Elspeth gonna get banned now because it's in every white deck?
Is Elspeth gonna get banned? I mean, like the
Elspeth Conquers Death, but it's just like, where's the line at this point of just like, sure, I get Wizards wants a balanced game and they don't want one or two decks, running like making that's the only thing people play, but it's also like that 50% idea is that's what they fall back on is kind of garbage.
I think if they would have like
so because what's going to happen is we're not going to have any powerful cards anymore, and then we're just going to get I think we talked about it last week. We're just going to get stuck with a bunch of B tier decks, and that's like going to be the game. And that's kind of where we're at right now, is there are some great cards in Gruul, Embercleave, Questing Beast. There's some good cards in Rakdos.
Kroxa,
Massacre Worm,
because
that's an all of them. Rankle, Murderous Rider, Robber. Demir Mill has some really good cards in it right now too, but there's not one card that's like this is the reason why this there's not some S tier card anymore, which is
cool, which is fine, right? Yeah. I don't mind that the meta is not just like On-Moth Adventures. Like, I'm really glad, because let's be real, On-Moth Adventures was fucking annoying.
Yes,
it wasn't On-Moth Adventures, it was fucking Lucky Clover. But the issue is, like, if they want the game to seem like to be like this, don't make shit like On-Moth having like multiple like triggers. Landfall, because it's like, dude, like ramp has been going on. First of all, y'all created ramp for green. You think we're not going to use it?
Yeah, I know.
Like, of course you're going to use it. And so, like, yeah, like having that On-Moth and then reprinting Lotus Cobra, it's like if you couldn't have seen the synergy there, then you're a fucking idiot.
And they did, and it's just annoying that with like, and I'm not even mad at like the player base or anything. I'm mad at like Wizards at this point of just like, why make these goddamn cards? Like Oko again was a typo. Fine, whatever, cool. Should have seen that coming. Like it's on Wizards for being like, man, we fucked up there. But it's like, there's been like 10 or 15 cards banned in the last
dude.
three sets.
It's absurd. We've discussed it. We've discussed it back in the day about like when Stoneforge Mystic and Jace the Mind Sculptor was banned.
Yeah.
Those are the only two cards in the entire block for rotation.
Until like 2016, 2017 or something like that. Yeah.
It was 20.
There were between like 2012 and 2016, 17. There's like 4 cards banned or something like that.
Versus like there's at one point in time recently that like there were so many. I mean, Cauldron Familiars banned. Let's go to the ban list.
I guess what the most expensive card in Zendikar is right now.
In Zendikar Rising? It's going to be a showcase art, right?
Yeah, extended game.
Let me think. I'm not looking it up, I promise.
You're fine.
Because I looked this up the other day. It's not On-Moth.
No. It's not Linfoil anymore, which is weird. But while you're doing that, thinking about that. But it's just like, why make these cards if you're going to ban them at this point, And it's just like, it makes me mad because it makes me like not want to be excited for good cards anymore.
Oh yeah, you gotta once we see a good card, like we gotta just assume it's banned. I just realized something. The majority of the standard banning is from Thrones.
Yeah, a lot of the
Cauldron Familiar, Escape into the Wilds, Fires of Invention, Lucky Clover, Oko, Once Upon a Time, and then you have On-Moth from Zendikar, and then Uro from Theros.
Ikoria didn't have any cards banned. Yeah. Which is interesting because like Ikoria, like we talked about a while ago, is a like big monsters, but it's a really good support set.
Ikoria got restricted.
Well, their companions got restricted for sure.
That was the only thing that happened because I mean, like, to be honest,
they should have been banned. But
I think companions are good.
Yeah,
and I think doing the 3 card or 3 mana, ability. Sure, I'll agree with. Because, yeah, like, it was way too easy to just, like, Lurus or Yorian,
Yeah, or I had my Ooze dude for my Mutate deck,
God,
and it was just like, whoop. And
or, dude, Abash, what Mono Red's running, which they need to run him more because I played an EDH game with Abash as the commander, and, dude, that shit hits hard with just, like, a lightning bolt.
Yeah. All right, how much do you think the most expensive card is?
Oh, $30.
Nope.
40.
Nope.
60.
Nope.
70.
Nope.
10.
Nope.
15.
Nope.
4. No. 100.
Market price is $21.42.
I was close.
Mm.
I'm trying to think. It's not the artifact anymore.
It's a really weird card. You wouldn't think it's not weird. I like the card. I like using the card. I would say that's the only hint I'll give you. But it's really weird that this is. I know why. I know
the answer.
It's kind of weird.
I looked it up, but I can't fucking remember. Tell me.
Ancient Green Warden.
Fuck, I knew that.
Yeah, and it's because of the double land trigger. But I know why, because he is very good, and with like double land triggers. So you have like if you're using like Fabled Passage, that's 4 land trigger. You know.
Wait.
Yeah, you may play additional land. You may play land from this graveyard. If a land entering the battlefield causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
Yeah, the wording on that is fucking weird.
So it's so Fabled Passage would, cause it to landfall to trigger 4 times.
Dude, we should.
Yeah, that's what I could do. Oh my god. What's the color combination? Green white. I don't remember.
Green white.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Selesnya.
Ancient Green Warden, Felder's Retreat.
Dude.
Just off the top of the head.
I mean, there's a lot to do. Like, Selesnya is actually really good now, which is cool because Selesnya's fire. I almost went Selesnya instead of Yorion, or instead of Azarius.
Yeah, I might build a Selesnya deck. But just to try it out. I might build a Selesnya deck to try it out. But, yeah, that's just weird. Because I was just like, now that Onmoth is gone, what's the most expensive card? Linfoil Engine was really cool and is a cool card. It just doesn't get used that much. So I understand. I understand why it was so expensive, but I didn't think it was going to hold.
What do you think, before you look it up, what do you think the most expensive card in Theros is?
Theros is probably Caraxus at this point.
Croxa?
Or Elspeth, yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It's not.
Oh.
Still Arrow.
Is it still? Hey, we banned the card from the most popular format. I mean, he's such a good card. I understand why he's holding up.
Yeah, he's holding up in like other formats.
Yeah, I could see him doing well in Commander and stuff. And Historic is only played on Arena, but
yeah, he's probably getting banned there soon.
Yeah, there's Onmoth is still $13 market price.
Oh yeah, people are running him in Commander pretty.
Yeah, it's running the Onmoth Bear. I could see that doing really well.
Yeah.
Because they are technically 2 different cards.
There are 3 different Onmoths.
They're
all super overpowered.
Yeah. But it's just getting back to the bannings. It's just they need to figure their shit out because it's like getting to the point where it's just like I'm not gonna why play a meta deck for 3 weeks. Waiting for a tournament to happen, let Wizards let that happen and then ban everything after the tournament. Because that's literally what all it's been happening is it's just set comes out, tournament for the set, ban, Yeah,
I mean,
it's just why not ban the cards before the tournament? So it's just dumb, Because if they ban the cards before the tournament, that would be actually a competitive tournament. Because everybody's just trying to put decks together.
The pro players are going to lose their fucking minds. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Because they spend so much time training.
They're catering to their pro audience at this point, more or less, which is dumb. But
the thing is,
wow, that's fucking shit. Fucking garbage players are just throwing money at Arena.
Yeah. Well, so here's what I'm looking at as far as the banning, the ban list right now. The companion restriction, sure. Yes, they were overpowered. They needed to have a restriction.
No, yeah, I get that.
Cauldron Familiar, abso-fucking-lutely banned. Fuck that card.
Yeah, not a lot of people.
I didn't hate it. Escape into the Wild, don't know why.
I don't know why.
Fires of Invention, totally get it.
Yeah. Growth Spiral, I don't get either. But
Growth Spiral, does fucking stupid as fuck. Teferi Time Trap.
Dude, he got banned 2 weeks before he was out of standard.
And Wilderness Reclamation.
Yeah, it was just they should have just let let
let it
Temur
happen.
Reclamation just like do its thing for 2 weeks, and then just it was gonna be gone anyway. Like I literally don't get that banning.
That was
Was
stupid.
really weird.
Once Upon a Time, I know why Once Upon a Time got banned. It's because it could potentially be a free spell, because if this card is the first spell you cast this game, you may cast it without paying its mana cost.
Yeah, but it's just like
But but look at the top 5 cards of your library.
the
You may
ley
reveal-
lines are free fucking cast spells.
Yeah, they never got banned.
And they didn't get banned.
Well, this one is like, look at the top 5 cards of your library. Reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. It's good, but it's because it's a free spell. The Leyline of Anticipation is way stronger than this.
Yes.
Leyline of Anticipation is, sure, a 4-drop. That can be a free spell if you have it in your hand before the game starts. But then it turns literally everything with flash.
Yes.
It turns everything into flash, and that didn't get banned.
Yeah, I mean,
The
we weren't
issue
really following the metagame when Thrones dropped, or I wasn't at least. So I don't know, like, if Once Upon a Time it just like took over and that's why they banned it. But
There's one combo that always happened, always, all the time, forever and always during this Pro Tour. Turn 1. Sorry. How did it go? Whether you were first or not, like let's say you were on the draw, or let's say, whatever. You lay land for turn. I have my hand. I have Once Upon a Time. You lay land for turn. In my hand, I have at least one land, a Gilded Goose, Once Upon a Time, or at least 2 land, Oko, Once Upon a Time. And so on your end step, I will, at instant speed, play Once Upon a Time.
yeah,
Find either the Oko or Gilded Goose, whatever one I need, and then turn to Oko.
yeah,
It was every single time. I was playing a bunch of physical Magic then, and it was just turn to Oko, to the point where I was mainboarding Unmourned Ego. And then as soon as I could get it out, so I would do Mystical Dispute. I would mainboard Mystical Dispute to make sure that when an Oko was cast, I could kill it. And then on my turn 3, Unmourned Ego, Oko. That was the only way to win. So if I didn't have those 2 cards in my opening hand, I was fucked. There was no way I could win.
I get that. I see that now. It just, yeah.
Did it need to get banned? No. Oko needed to get banned for sure.
Yes.
Onmouth, sure. I guess get banned. Escape into the Wild, don't really know why.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Uro, sure. Of course it needed to get banned.
But it's, I don't know, man. It's just, I want to see with this Viking set, like, how it's going to go. But it's just kind of, I'm not happy with what they're doing with it, because it's, again, I've said it a million times. It's just, I don't want to build cool decks anymore. I don't want to do anything fun. Like, especially because we're in the competitive scape, and it's just like, why use this cool card? Because I know everybody's using it.
Yeah, as soon as you start
And
seeing
it's
that,
going to get banned,
yeah, as soon as you start seeing, like, if for some reason we go into the next Pro Tour and Embercleave is literally in every single deck, because it's in every single deck, and then the majority of the decks are a specific deck, then they'll ban stuff in that deck, because they don't want, because at the end of the day, it's an entertainment thing. They don't want us to just play, like, Wilderness Reclamation, and then, like, 80% of the meta is that.
I mean, I get it for the, like, health of the game and the state of the game, and we've talked about it in length where, in 2012, Magic wasn't this big on the internet, and, people weren't looking up meta decks all the time. They were still, like, building their own, and, like, now it's like, refreshing every 10 goddamn minutes to see what's what's the new meta.
Oh yeah, dude, it's gotten to the point where I have MTG Top 8 saved as a bookmark, and then almost every morning I'll just go and check.
No, I mean, me too. Like, at least once or twice a week I'm on Top 8, just
Oh yeah.
Just making sure nothing like weird has happened in the meta. But it just, as hypocritical as it sounds, it shouldn't be that way.
No, sure.
And this is also me being stuck in 2012 Magic of just like, people should make the decks they want to like make, and, adjust them accordingly. But it's just, I don't know.
The problem that I've found with certain decks, like, so for instance, okay, let's go to Dimir Mill. Dimir Mill is always going to have specific things, right?
Yes.
And then Dimir Control is going to have pretty much the same things, but ever so slightly different. And then you have Luris, so whenever your Thieves Guild Enforcer, which is in every Dimir deck right now.
Yeah.
Whenever that leaves the battlefield, you can just summon it back again because it's only a 1-drop. So there's specific things. Now, what I've found is with, say, Gruul, every Gruul deck is going to have specific cards in main board to counteract the other decks, like Dimir Mill, because Dimir Mill is very popular right now, and it's also with Rakdos. With Gruul, Rakdos can wipe it out pretty easily because you got your ooze, you have your fight mechanics, so you can get rid of shit, keep shit off the board.
Primal Might.
And then when it comes to my deck, the Azorius Control deck, I just don't want anything on the board ever.
Yeah, you're a lot of board wipes and like Elspeth and stuff like that.
Board wipes, counters. Like to be honest, I'm trying to get Esper online and make sure I can get to Diamond with it, or at least move to Diamond with my Azorius deck and then just kind of test the Esper deck.
Yeah.
But I'm just so like fed up. To be honest, I'm just fed up with Dimir.
Yeah.
So now it's just like counters, removal, counters, more counters, removal. It's just over and over and over again because I'm just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we were talking about it before on Math Paintings. They were just Dimir decks out there, and I'm sure there still are, that were like literally not going to win. It was just there to piss people off.
Yeah, but
make sure that nothing could happen.
The control.
Yeah, I've played some decks like that. I win, but it's just because
at the end of the day, like as long as you get something on the board and they can't kill it, you're good.
There's only so many counters a person can have in their hand. Is the easiest way to put it. And it's also like Gruul at this point just has so much burn where it's just like, cool, you counter it. All right, well, fuck you. Here's a shock or a stomp, or
Scorching Spitfire,
or Shadow Skull Smash. Like it's literally just like, boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
And then like, before it was like, I would get Tear of the Peaks out, and then it was just if anything hit the board, trigger boom, because God, Tear of the Peaks is so.
Dude, I want to play. I want to play you again with the decks, dude. So guess who is running Azorius Control this season? Your boy Javier Dominguez.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I went from Gruul to Control. That's weird.
Yeah, he is the card art on Fervent Champion. That is him, I believe.
Really?
It is. It was one of the players. I thought it was Javier. It might not be.
It might be Javier Dominguez actually.
Yeah, but it's like underneath, like in the picture itself at the bottom, it's like it says who that person is. But it was like whoever won one of this, like one of the tournaments back then. But Fervent Champion's also really good. Man, Mono Red, like after everything that's been happening, I think I'm just gonna go Mono Red.
Should try
it's literally so consistent. Easy Diamond. It's just
easy's not. I would say make a Mono Red deck and then play it against me.
It's easy.
I think you could get to Diamond, sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could do. I would say you can't do it with Mono Green, but I say with Mono Red, yeah, you could probably make it to Diamond.
Gruul and Mono Red, I can make it to Diamond. But
oh yeah, I mean that's like kind of your avenue.
Yeah.
Or is just aggro.
Aggro burn.
You know what I wish? I wish Nissa kind of popped off, but she never did.
None of the Planeswalkers did. None of the Planeswalkers, even in M21, really popped off. Liliana had her time. Teferi had his time.
Now they're just jokes.
No, it's just like the only Planeswalker that is used consistently is Ugin, and that's just because he's a fucking board wipe. So
Ugin is so good, and for some reason people were like, "Oh, he just costs 8." Okay, technically, if he gets I'm not running him in this, and I really want to. I'm gonna. I still want to run him, but the best thing that I love doing is turn 5 Elspeth, but Ugin's in the graveyard.
Oh yeah.
And then just like what is it? Turn 7, just.
Yeah. Oh hi Ugin.
Hi.
Yeah, like especially when Onmoth was when Onmoth decks were a thing. Cost 8, cool. All right, turn 5 Ugin, like like it wasn't hard to get Ugin out. And I'm sure that's again one of the reasons why. Like I get why Onmoth got banned. I do. He was way too good, but it's just like that's what made him attractive is because he was way too good. And don't make cards like that if you're just gonna fucking ban. I'm not sorry,
dude. I am able to turn. I think the most I've done. Oh fuck, what was it? I think I've done a turn 4 Ugin.
You could.
If I had the Dryad out.
If you had to dry it out and turn 2
Onmoth.
Onmoth. Because you can turn 2. You could have turned 2 Onmoth.
So it was the Dryad, Onmoth, Lotus Cobra.
Yeah.
And then I had Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds.
Yeah.
So that I already had. So
especially because like in the Onmoth days, is you wouldn't crack a Fabled Passage until you needed to, or like a Evolving Wilds. Like
yeah. I wouldn't even lay it down.
Well, you could like lay it down, but you just wouldn't crack it open at first. But I'll let you do your math.
I'm trying to remember if it was.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I miss those. That was like the first real meta deck that I played, and I really enjoyed it because it was a lot of thinking. Like Onmoth Onmoth on Ultimatum.
Turn 3. Ooh, yeah, I forgot. It was turn 3 because I was like, wait, I remember only having 3 land, and I was like,
usually if I turn 2 Onmoth, people usually quit. So
if I've never been able to keep playing with a turn 3 Ugin.
Well, I mean, it's like they have no turn 3 Ugin's out. There's no way to deal with him at that point. So it's turn 5. You do his plus 10 or whatever. Or plus 11, so turn 6 plus 11. If you want to kill him, then
minus 11.
Minus 11. Sorry.
I think it's minus 10, but
you turn 6, you would get to 11, so you do his minus 10, and then it's just like there's the fucking like.
Yeah, you draw 7 cards. What is it? Gain 7 life, and then
put 7 permanents on the battlefield. So it's just like
imagine them all being land.
Having Felder's out. Whoo. Felder's Retreat is very, very, very good, and is super slept on.
You know what also is slept on, and I really wish people would utilize it because I think if with the proper deck, it'll be incredible. Scoot Swarm.
Yeah. Well, the issue is Scoot Swarm is actually very easy to deal with. You just have to like be smart enough to like, not drop it turn 3 when you can, is hold on to it until you can like turn 6 when you can drop it and then mutate something onto it.
Yeah, I think
keep it alive.
Dude, honestly, and then mutate something on it.
It's like Migratory Greathorn, right? So you mutate it on Migratory Greathorn on, you get that additional land drop, so it does the landfall trigger, so you have 2 of them out. There's ways to utilize Scoot Swarm, especially because I've played with it so much. That makes it very good. It's just people don't want to, like, people are afraid to use it, I guess. But like I was using Scoot Swarm before I was running Onmoth. It was like a Gruuls Scoot Swarm deck, and it was just that's when all those dumb fucking triggers happened,
Yeah, and running heroic so the one thing that I worry about with Scoot Swarm is board wipes.
Yeah.
Heroic Intervention gives them hexproof and indestructible.
Yeah.
So, and then like, oh man, I really want to make a Gruul combo deck with Scoot Swarm and Tear the Peak and.
Dude, Tear Machine Gun is so much fun.
Dude.
Like in any if you're using Felders or Scoot Swarm, Tear Machine Gun is one of my favorite things to do.
Dude, I'm seriously debating on if I get really bored with Azorius Control or like Esper Control, I'm gonna try to make another Timber deck. See if I can do it.
I could do like Boros Machine Gun. Fucking Boros though.
No, I'm not. Those are. Oh, yeah. So there are two. There's 2 guild symbols that I will not get
Boros.
because of how much hatred I have for both of them. Boros and Izzet.
Man, Izzet on paper is such a cool deck concept.
It's just
never
annoying.
Works. It never fucking works.
It used to work pretty well.
Yeah, it's just Man, is so cool. We're getting at 14% though.
You
so
want to
we'll
postpone or switch out batteries real quick?
Yeah, we'll do our coffee break and then we'll switch out batteries and get into it.
Sure.
So it's already at 47 minutes.
Oh yeah, we went on a big old rant just then.
Yeah, it's been an interesting podcast, but all right.
Theme song.
All by myself.
That was not good.
I think it was good. I think we can go get a Grammy for that.
No. I don't think you understand. As someone that's experienced in magic, and music, that was fucking terrible.
Ooh, theme song go.
We're back. I made a Temmer deck on the break, and let me tell you, it's stinky.
This week, we are trying Irving Farm. Santa Isabel. It's Irving Farm, New York. It's just their coffee.
I was
guess.
like, you got a coffee from Irving? Nice.
The blend is from Santa Isabel, Guatemala. It has vanilla, butterscotch, and lemon zest. The region is Santa Rosa. Elevation is between 1,200 feet and 1,400 feet.
Ooh, can I guess something? Is it washed?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are excited to offer this smooth, balanced flavor of Santa Isabel for the 8th year in a row. The coffee continues to stand out with its excellent balance of structure produced through innovative organic farming by the Keller family in Santa Rosa, Guatemala. The organic coffee is roasted by Irving Farms in Millerton, New York, and certified organic by the Natural Food Certifiers. Yeah. I think almost all the coffee that we get through the trade coffee subscription is, if not organic, fair traded also. So
Nice.
And you should buy all of your coffee fair trade coffee because it gives more money to the farmers and they need it.
Yeah. Or else we don't get delicious goods.
Yes. But this coffee is phenomenal.
It is very good. I like it quite a bit. I was just chugging it for a good chunk of the time.
Granted, we were drinking it while we were watching The Mandalorian, waiting for the batteries to charge. But
still good. Still
fantastic. I mean, even during the podcast, still fantastic. Very good cold or like cooler. But yeah, where would you rank it?
I gotta find my list. File open. Oh Christ! Did I delete my fucking shit?
I bet you did.
No, there's no way.
On this week's, do you use a Google Docs document? It saves all this shit. I got that good cause I got that song stuck in my head.
I had the good.
I've got cool alcohols. First off, I don't smoke weed, and secondly, I'm a bitch and drink ciders. So I used to drink them double IPAs back when I was an alcoholic.
Dude, I literally bought a handle of Beam for tonight. And tonight, all I'm doing is watching How to Train Your Dragon with a group of people. But still, I'm just going to party.
And get fucking lit.
Dude, did I seriously not save it?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, I didn't. That's cold. What is name them off. I'm going to give you my top 3. This is the third one.
Equator, Proving Grounds, Seabright, Stay Golden, Wake and Bake, Metric Coffee, and Biohazard.
This is third place. It's Golden. What is it? Shower?
Stay Golden?
He just immediately turned around. Stay Golden and Equate. No, Proving Ground.
Yeah, Proving
and
Ground is very good.
And then this one.
I'm wearing a Proving Ground t-shirt. Yeah,
Proving
I think
Farm.
this is my number 1 right now, actually. So, which is interesting. But very good coffee through that trade coffee subscription. Not sponsored. If you want to sponsor us, I'll make this segment a whole 15 minutes longer. Just just a for you.
Unless your coffee sucks. Like, don't send us shit.
Yeah, don't send us fucking limeade coffee.
Yeah. So trash.
For the next generations, people will be speaking of that coffee and how terrible it is.
Good.
I'll be
Hopefully they won't
speaking about how bad that coffee is until I die, which could be in 2 years or 50. So who knows?
Let's hope not the latter. You know what I'm saying? High five. Toast.
Toast to that.
Yeah, I think that's third place. I mean, dude, honestly, I think this might be second.
Dude, it's very good.
It's a damn good cup of coffee.
It is very good. I wasn't expecting much from it, to be honest. But it is phenomenal. So I will probably buy more of it in the future.
Yeah.
You wanted for me to remind you about your costumes.
So I have 2 costume ideas. One,
I'm here for the booze. You know, like, before we get into it, your costumes. You know when, like, actors, like, pretend to be bad at acting in, like, TV shows and stuff like that? They're, like, really stiff and awkward. That's what that fucking was.
it's the guy who plays Kylo Ren, but he's, like, on Saturday Night Live. When he's just, like, the construction worker. We're construction.
Oh, my gosh.
So here's the primary costume idea. The problem is I have to find all the stuff either tonight or tomorrow morning, which is really, I just have to go to flea markets. I need to find a like red, maroon, or like blue or brown, like kind of thick coat because I want to be Willy Wonka. I have everything else except for that.
I feel like it should be a relatively easy thing to find.
Yeah, but so like I found it on Amazon, but like the only ones that are like really decent looking, because like at least in a flea market I have like a limited, you know, it's like $100, and I'm like,
This is like the classic Willy Wonka, right?
no, this is the Johnny Depp.
Oh, the Johnny Depp.
I'm even doing makeup to make myself look a little bit paler.
Bro, that's racist. It's called whiteface, bro.
Yeah, dude. But the second one, if I can't find that, then I already have a backup costume. And I'm going to dress up in my friend's lingerie. Like, I'm talking fishnets. I'm talking corset. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to go as Jessica Rabbit or something.
Dude, I'm going to be wearing something that I hope my dick doesn't fall out of. Like, that was the only, that her and I were talking about it, and she was like, there's only one issue. And she was like, look.
Just wear a cup.
She was like, look, I don't, you know, there's nothing here. But like, like, I don't know if I can house that. And I was like, look, we got to figure it out. I got to dress up.
I hope you go as Willy Wonka and get arrested for being a child predator, but
I'm going to say if they need to come to my chocolate factory, it's just my fucking van.
you kids want some candy?
You want some candy? The moon says hello.
Oh, God.
So I have like a top hat. I have the entire outfit except for that.
Yeah.
Because like I was on Amazon and like there were some that were cheaper for sure.
Just keep talking, Jesus. No! God damn it. He's already broken.
There's some.
Broke more. He's too top heavy.
I broke
little
more?
Hairpiece broke on the back.
Oh crap.
He
That's
was pretty
big
beat
broken.
up. I don't even remember when I bought him. He's pretty beat up. I'm gonna have to get a new one or something.
You might just need to glue them to a platform.
Yeah. Well, luckily these guys come with platforms, so that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Way too top heavy.
Well, yeah, it's a pop figure, you know, and
They usually don't leave the box.
usually, well, yeah, fuck, yeah, sure. But like it's per his character, right? When he's like not in the All Might form, and you know,
His head grows 3 times the size of his body.
well, no,
He just looks like a very odd balloon.
All the
It's-
power stored is in his head.
sure. I don't know, man. Fuck. He's probably going in the trash, to be honest.
Mega
But
yeah, so there were some trench coats that looked good and they were cheaper, but they were from China. So I would have been here in like November, right? And then there were some that was going to get here like today, but I'm like, it's like shipping and all, it's going to be an absurd amount of money for something that I'm going to wear for one day. So that's why I'm like trying to find it.
Yeah, you could probably go to like fucking the thrift shop over by the Walmart over there.
Yeah, I'm going to go to a bunch of different ones to try to find it.
Denton has a shit ton of them. I don't like thrift shops. I hate the idea of wearing other people's clothes.
I mean, they wash it and then I wash it.
But I hate the idea of wearing other people's clothes. So
it's fair.
It's just.
Doesn't feel like popping tags.
It's just like, yeah, it's like wearing somebody else's skin. Just not a.
Nope, that's gonna be different. Nope, that's gonna feel a lot different.
I just, in my head, that's where it goes. I don't want to talk about it. All right.
I feel like I feel kind of the same way, but instead of like wearing people's skin, I'm just turning women into lamps.
You know, I'm gonna say this because I don't think anybody at work is gonna hear this. There's one guy at work.
I wouldn't. Okay.
Kroger is a equal opportunity employer.
Yes.
And there's one guy, and
you pretty sure he turns people into lamps?
it's pretty fucking retarded.
So he can't turn on a lamp. I got it.
So how it works is like if we're supposed to like so cut the person whoever wants something, you know. If we don't have it, we're supposed to call it up and be like, hey, like, we don't have this. Is it okay if I, like, switch it for this?
Mm-hmm.
They go, yeah. This guy goes, no paper towel, some paper towel. And it's just like, we don't have any Coke Zero, Cherry, Coke Zero. And it's just like, and they're like, all right, yeah.
He just comes out with Coke Zero Cherry. He's like, wait a second.
And it's just like, oh my god, what are we doing? I don't know. Great guy though. He like plays some weird kids game, like shooter game or something like that, and like shows me all of his like scores. And it's just, I'm trying to be a nice guy, and I want to be a good person, but that army part of me comes out every time he talks, and I just want to like shove him in a toilet. So sorry, this might get cut, but probably not. And future employers, I treat everyone equally, and I don't discriminate.
I would definitely cut that, but that's up to you.
No, it's not. I don't care. Nobody's gonna hear or listen to this.
Oh, we're promoting this for season 3. Like, people are gonna start listening to this podcast. We have enough backlog that now we're going to start promoting it.
I can just delete it.
If you want to become a big famous YouTuber or podcaster, this is going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Well, to be fair, we have openly said that our content is pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I don't want to be like
there's a lot of
Markiplier. I just want to have a following of some sort.
Yeah.
And also, we didn't start this to have a following. We just wanted, I guess we did, but you know, we just fucking wanted a platform to talk about magic.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like the things I say,
fuck you.
Get over it. Also, no, I'm not gonna say
that. So let me tell you about a couple other things, and then we can wrap it up.
That would be a great plate to cut back in after all that shit I just. After we cut all that shit I just said.
My group of friends and I, we are having an award show. So we're getting an Airbnb and we're having a formal. It's just going to be kind of like just like everyone dresses up real nice and then we just hang out and drink.
What group of friends do you have? You have so as being a shut-in, you know, and having several groups of friends throughout my years, different places, times. You have the most interesting group of friends.
It's all one group. Well, I was with you guys, and aside from you and Lauren and Evan, the rest of the group kind of sucks.
Man, you know, there's something I want to talk about off camera about including that,
but so yeah, we're having a formal and we're having an award show, but the award show is the worst of 2020.
Oh yeah.
So who was the worst drunk? You know, who did the worst as far as like drink and drive as far as Mario Kart, worst gamer, worst, but the thing is, we do speeches, so whatever award I get, I say a speech, but everyone talks, roasts me while I try and accept my award.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that actually sounds really cool.
It's going to suck.
Yeah.
Everyone gets an award. And then we also talked about my buddy Connor. I've kind of talked to him a little bit. About him a little bit. We were talking about that, and then my buddy Justin was just like, "Oh, this is gonna be a big year for Connor, because he's gonna get a good chunk of them.
You're gonna get a lot of awards."
The most thrown up.
I was that guy in the Army. I would drink until I passed out and threw up everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would hate being your friend.
Also, so you know me as a relatively chill guy. Pretty down to earth, relatively chill. Don't get upset usually at too many things. When I first got in the Army, I was trying to fight everybody when I got drunk. I was just that was my thing.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why. I was a pretty chill person before that too. But it's usually, I think it's when you die, literally die inside, is when you get that chill factor. When you have that moment where you're just like, why?
I almost physically died 4 times, so now I'm just
but I'm pretty sure I died on a mountainside in Korea, and this is just purgatory for me. But
Nice.
But I have that thought too often. But
So anyways, arena decks.
Yeah, so let's get into that. We got probably 20, 30 minutes left. So
Yeah, I would say we're looking at pretty close. Well, I'm not gonna do any of the deck techs. I'm just gonna do my color combinations that I'm gonna try out.
Fuck.
What?
Just hot. My coffee.
Oh. So my main deck is
My main goal is to blow up and pretend like I don't know nobody.
And act like I don't know nobody. So my primary deck is Azorius Control. Secondary deck is Esper Control. And my third deck that I just built on the break is Temur Control. Yeah. You can't hear him because I cut his mic.
I'm aware that you cut my mic.
Yeah, because you can't hear you.
The air conditioning cut out with it.
Dude, let's do cycling again.
I kind of want to do cycling again, to be honest. I kind of just want to dick around with it because anybody that uses cycling right now isn't good at cycling.
I think if you just add a little bit more, some burn,
yeah,
and then cycling, it might be good. Because if you just do straight up cycling, I'm gonna be like,
is there cycling burn cards? If there was a good burn card that was also cycling, it would be a really good deck.
let's find out.
I don't know how to spell cycling.
It's kind of like bicycling, but it's straight. No.
That's how you spell it. That's not how you spell it at all.
There's a fight one, and then there's target creature gets double strike.
Yeah.
There's enchantments. Not really.
Nah, I think they purposely kept that burn spell out of it. I mean, Zenith Flare is essentially your burn spell, but that is your
but
win con.
it's a waste.
Yeah, if you use one Zenith Flare for 5, you're fucking stupid. So
Unless you have to, unless you have nothing else.
yeah, the issue is the Scavenging Ooze is running rampant right now, and that kind of shuts cycling down pretty hard. So that's my only concern for cycling would be Scavenging Ooze. But
Yeah.
if you play against a green deck, you're not gonna win.
Instead of also Scavenging Ooze, right, is but what will probably counteract the Scavenging Ooze is using Yodaro.
Oh yeah, I forget Yudaro's a thing because I never ran it in any of my cycling decks, and
Yodaro, as long as you do it 3 times, 4 times?
it's
If you cycle Yodaro
3 times because you have
four more times.
to.
Then he just comes out and then you just go big swing. Big bonk.
Big bonk.
Big bonk.
I mean that, or do you just fucking cycle your entire deck out and Zenith Flare 'em?
Yeah.
Also, I want classification to be a thing. We talked about this last week, but
Classification needs to be a thing. I think it would be so much fun.
yeah.
I mean, now's the time to
Yeah.
make it. If you just have to make sure it gets out super quickly. Honestly, Gruul has a lot of opportunity for ramp, but not just ramp, but like if you wanted to run classification, discard.
Yeah.
Discarding it and then bringing it back onto the battlefield.
Yeah, that's like the easiest way to do it for sure. On Moth would have been the easiest way to let that happen. Jojo, what are you doing? He's trying to get up there.
Storm's Herald. Look that card up. Storm's Herald classification, and then anything with hexproof or protection from something.
I don't have Storm's Herald.
can-
I just never opened a bunch of Theros back.
I can just tell you what it does. It's a 3-drop red, 1 red.
Well,
2
I have it up here.
Oh,
yeah,
you have
but-
it up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any copies of it.
It's really, really good. It's the issue that
yeah.
yeah, but that fling classification, big creatures swing
I
in
fucking love Fling.
before damage. Fling.
Was there Thrones the first time it got printed? Was that its first print? I don't think
No,
it
no,
is.
no, no, no. Fling was around when I learned when I first started playing Magic the Gathering. I was playing mono red goblins with a fling in it.
Mm-hmm. Where are my cats, crackheads?
I'm not sure.
They're both just there. Well, Oliver follows JoJo around like a little brother does. So, and then like eats his butthole for fun. So.
Hell yeah.
Huh? Dude, you've seen it happen. You're just gonna ignore the fact that they eat each other's ass? All right. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
I thought you were gonna say I'm getting excited.
No.
Oh god.
Gross. Storm's Wrath is also a very good card.
Storm's Wrath is so fucking good.
Yeah, so
I got nothing after that, man.
I don't really think I have anything else either.
I mean, obviously, like, you and I probably need to do the tournament.
Man, I really don't want to, but yeah.
It's kind of implied in the deal. You got to do best of 1. I got to do best of 3. How much is it? It starts in 15 minutes.
It's not 15 minutes. It's 15 hours.
Oh, thank Christ, because I do not have the money to do that right now.
Because it was 18 a while ago. So I'm thinking it's at 15 hours because I think it's tomorrow. I have 16/12, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
have 16/12 as well.
I think it's yeah, it's a $20, 4,000 gems. Holy shit!
Wait, you have a DCI, right?
Yes.
Okay, I figured you did.
At this point, yeah, we gotta have to. 4,000 gems is fuck. It would be $20 for me, but because I have some left over from the last time I bought some.
4,000 gems. Let's look at how many gems.
Because $20 is 3,400 gems.
Oh, there's something that I wanted to talk
So you would have
you.
to like. It's $25 plus taxes and stuff.
That's not bad. I mean,
No.
we'll see. I mean, I obviously have to do the costume stuff, but I do really need to probably.
I have some free time tomorrow morning that I might jump into it right when it opens and do that, I guess.
Yeah.
So
There's a hotkey thing that you can do on here, and as a control player, it's fucking sick. But I know you're gonna hate this. You know, so if you hit Control Shift, it does complete control. Hold complete control. So every little step so if it's your turn, I have to hit, you go to draw, and then you're at you're transitioning from your draw to your main step. I have to click a button to say that we're transitioning over there. So it just always looks like I have something to do.
oh yeah, I've started doing it where I just like click on I just click on all of their steps. Just in general, just to like piss them off, realistically. But
So doing that instead of clicking every time, just do Control Shift.
oh
That's how you do it, and so you don't have to keep just clicking on it.
yeah,
But I've been like there's no way for me to hold it, but as soon as the game starts, Control Shift, and then we just start the game. Problem is, the games last twice as long.
Well, yeah. And you do best of 3, so you're actually on a timer, but
Yeah.
which helps. So putting pressure, like time is a resource in those, and if you waste as much as possible. So
The issue that I found, I didn't realize this as well. If you noticed, you have 2 timers.
it's their timer and your timer.
I didn't realize that. I thought
Yeah.
I was just looking at the top one, and then I just lost randomly, and I looked down, and I was like, oh. I waited too long to counter stuff.
Whoops. But yeah. Yeah, that's all I have too as well.
That's all I got, man.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Magic of Coffee MTG.
Magic of Cough on Twitter. If you're listening to us on SoundCloud or any other podcast platform, look us up on YouTube. We have plenty of content there. And all of our videoed podcasts go there too. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, hit us up on any of those. Gmail, themagiccoffee@gmail.com. We're always open to suggestions, any new bits, anything like that. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well,
Enjoy your mornings.
banana.
I was waiting for it.